Ladies and gentlemen, hello from the MLG studios in New York City, and welcome back to the Winter Season Showdowns. We're currently watching a best of 5 between Dongraegu and JJakji. My name is axeltoss. I am joined by axslav. Before we get into game number 2, if you're looking to get into game design, the gaming industry, video production, audio engineering, graphic design, so on and so forth, check out Full Sail University. Of course, they are our MLG's official education partner, fullsail.edu/MLG for more information. Of course, you can fill out some information about yourself, send it to them, and they'll send some right back at you, and you can find out if Full Sail is the right fit for you. So, urge you to check that out if you're looking on getting into the gaming industry. That being said, shall we advance on?
We shall, good sir. We shall.
Path along the Heart of the Swarm best of 5 to determine who gets that spot at the Winter Championships, who gets that all-expenses-paid trip to Dallas, Texas on March 15th. It's going to be one of these two guys. The question is who. In the top right-hand location, we have the blue Terran player from Team NS Hoseo, or New Star Hoseo. He is JJakji, currently up 1-0. Of course, your blue Terran player. And his opponent in the bottom left-hand location of Cloud Kingdom is currently down 1-0, but he is considered one of the best Zerg players to ever play Wings of Liberty. He is Dongraegu from Team MVP. Your red Zerg. Cloud Kingdom is the map. A map we might be a little bit familiar with.
I'm quite familiar with it. The viewers, if you've been watching StarCraft at all for the last year or so, or even more than that, you got to be very familiar with Cloud Kingdom. And you know what? Oh, never mind. This is going to be Proxy Reapers. Proxy Reapers are really strong against everything but Protoss. It's just they're so fast. Like, think of what's the first Zerg unit that can deal with a Reaper?
Queen.
Or can actually kill it.
Speedling?
Yep, exactly. So the Zerg has to get speedings out before they can kill a single Reaper.
I like these games. That was fun.
And the Reapers regenerate.
Okay.
So, it's like what you're just never gonna lose anything.
In theory, yes.
So like, if you don't lose anything, you keep doing damage. Even if it's not a lot of damage, eventually all the Zerg stuff will disappear from the onslaught. So it can just add up to be absolutely ridiculous. I mean, people complain about this in Terramir, right? But Terran, as soon as you get a Hellion out, you can at least deal with it, or a Widowmine, or Zerg just has a really tough time holding off this. But fast gas already by Mr. DRG, and that's gonna be, you know, JJakji's got to be a little bit sad now because that really puts a timer on the amount of damage Reaper can do. Of course. He doesn't need to do a whole ton of damage. You know, he's going to expand behind this. I'm fairly confident that's his follow-up. All he has to do is just slow down his opponent.
We'll see if these Reapers can accomplish that, considering how fast they are and the fact that they regenerate that health. Should mean that without a doubt, they should be doing a little bit of delaying here. The bunker is going to be canceled. One drone going to get out alive.
For now.
For now.
It's still red, though. If JJakji remembers that, you know, 2 other drones into orange. Another one's going to go down right there. And, you know, he's just going to keep killing them. Oh, finally some Zergings are out here. Now he has to kill the Zergings instead of the drones.
Got to kill the SCV.
Yes.
Try to target that down. 2 Lings coming in from the natural expansion. Speed has not yet been started here for Dongraegu. In fact, he hasn't even started mining the gas.
Yeah, I think he kind of should have started mining that a little bit earlier because Zergings they're just going to die. And, you know, yeah, losing Zergings are easy to replace, right? But while you're replacing Zergings, you're not building drones, right? And behind this JJakji, of course, his expansion's going up, his factory's going up, his Reaper count's going to keep increasing. Oh, a missed micro there by JJakji, and that's
still
not good.
No speed here, or still no mining gas. I'm intrigued.
I think.
Can you explain this?
He just really wants to get a lot of minerals for a fast third.
Well, I mean, why would he get the gas in the first place then? I mean, I'm guessing he took the fast gas with the intentions to do something.
It must be as soon as he saw Reapers, he changed his mind. And he really wants to prioritize just crank out a lot of drones and defend you with queens. You know, it is kind of working. JJakji's not being super...
well, he was able to kill one of the Reapers, which might have deflated the balloon there.
It's a huge difference. 3 Reapers can actually kill a queen very quickly. 2 Reapers, it takes a long time, especially if there's 2 queens there, they can cycle between them. It's going to be very hard to do damage with 2 Reapers. So, you know, I feel like DRG came out ahead there. I mean, the food says it. He's up by about 16 food. He's got a lot of drones. He took barely any damage to that. He's got to be very happy. On the other hand, JJakji getting 1 more drone kill there in the back.
Yeah.
Not too bad. And another thing JJakji did.
What did he do?
He's been able to tell exactly that there was no gas line. Because, of course, being a world-class pro gamer, he clicked on that gas geyser and saw that there was only, you know, about 30 to 40 gas mine when he got into there. So he knows there's no speed coming, which means he can control the watchtower for much longer. He can feel free to not worry about any type of roach attack or baiting attack or anything. And his 3rd command center is done, right? It's not like he had to do ridiculous damage because he was so committed to that attack. It was just, you know, some nice slight harass. It would have been nice to do more, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good.
DRG going straight to lair. Also adding on a spine crawler outside of his natural expansion, continuing to mine the gas. His drone count is at 45, his opponent's 28, but for those of you thinking, oh, that means DRG is ahead in economy. Well, let me tell you something about the mule. JJakji is going to be able to have 3 of them, which means as he starts using them, his income should soar above DRG's as we see those mules drop at the natural expansion. So,
I really love what I see JJakji doing here. He's building Widow Mines, which are amazing units, and he's using the Reapers to bait Zerglings into them. Oh. Boom!
Wow.
And then the other one by the watchtower. As soon as he tries to take the watchtower, there's the Widow Mine on a high ground that can protect the Reaper. Now he's moving the Widow Mine up even more. He's gonna use it to try to put some pressure on the 3rd base and deny mining from there for a while.
Do a lot of damage to a queen.
Yes, it can take the majority of the life off the queen if you can lure it into there.
Widow Mine has 6 kills. He's the MVP of this game so far.
I love Widow Mines. I just get so excited every time I see them scuttle around. And JJakji is a player who can use them well, right? You don't have to build a ton of them. If you want to, you can. I mean, they're actually pretty good.
Oh. Overseer absorbing the damage.
Oh, get out of there, Widow Mine. Run. And look at this. They're actually really fast. A lot of people don't realize how fast movement speed is. It's 2.81. That's barely slower than like a Stalker. It's significantly faster than well,
Reaper heading into the main base.
Great scouting information getting done here. Of course, this Reaper has not very much value to stage in the game, but any kind of information you can get.
Oh.
Seeing that many roaches.
He got smacked in the face by those roaches.
He did. But before he died, he probably wired back to base, and you know what? There's a handful of roaches here.
Does he have enough to prepare against this? Of course, Widow Mines would be nice against this. A tank would be good.
Oh! The roach tries to take the watchtower from the Reaper, and there's just a dead body there at the bottom of the cliff now. So Widow Mine protects its friend Reaper. He sees the roaches coming. He's got 2 Widow Mines back that were stationed to defend against Mutas. Now they're scuttling up to the front of his base.
A little bit worried here.
Oh, they're on the ramp. Oh, is he going to try to lure the roaches?
Transfer, I mean, won't they get killed by their own Widow Mines, potentially?
They're faster than roaches, so they should be to get ahead of the roaches.
Right, let's keep an eye on this. It's still a little bit dangerous.
Oh, it's a trap. It's a trap. Oh, the roach is going to fall for it. Oh, one. Look how smart DRG is.
DRG continue to search on the ramp now, realizing the Widow Mines are on cooldown. Going to try to break the supply depot. Takes it down. A lot of Marines here trying to defend SCV, trying to get some damage done as well. But now we're in the danger zone. Of course, the Widow Mines, if they go off on the roaches here, they might hit the SCVs. But it looks like JJakji is going to be able to shove this push away. But DRG getting a lot of damage done.
You know, he's doing a lot of mining time damage, but I don't think he got too many SCV kills there. But he's not done yet, pushing in further. Marines are going down. SCVs are coming off the line. The Widow Mines are still in the back. Now they're going to scuttle forward. As soon as those land, that should spell the end of the roach aggression, at least for near term. How many SCV kills did he actually get? I'll take a look.
We have 14 workers killed.
Wow.
53 to 45 is the harvester advantage here for DRG. But again, remember,
triple mules.
Yeah, remember the triple mules. Gotta remember that. Of course, income. DRG should be behind. It's getting there. There we go. There's the mules kicking in. There's the 1900.
DRG's not done.
He's
look at this.
Done.
He's got an overseer. He knows where the Widow Mines are. But look at that tank positioning. That tank, a lot of people put it too far close to the edge. Right there is so good with that tank position because the roaches are going to have a very hard time getting there to kill that. And you know, DRG knows that. He says, there's no way I can break that. Even though there's very little units,
yep.
The way their position is so immaculate. immaculate, that there's just nothing you can do to get in there and get the damage done. You know, he's doing a lot of mining time damage, but I don't think he got too many SCV kills there. But he's not done yet, pushing in further. Oh, one. Look how smart DRG is. DRG is not done. Look at this. He's got an overseer. He knows where the Widow Mines are. But look at that tank positioning. That tank, a lot of people put it too far close to the edge. Right there is so good with that tank position because the roaches are going to have a very hard time getting there to kill that. There's just nothing you can do to get in there and get the damage done.
Let's see where DRG goes from here.
Contaminating the starport, though. That was nice.
Contaminate. Viking won't be able to get done here. The medevac's trying to be sneaky, gonna hit those afterburners. Go right over those roaches, and DRG is going to know what's going on, so he should be prepared for this. Doesn't have anything that hits air, at least right now, of course, unless he uses those queens or a spore.
Oh, hydras are being built. He has a spire done, but not quite using that yet.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Yeah, I mean, he knows, JJakji has figured out there's Widow Mines in the game, and mutas are countered so hard by Widow Mines, so... nicely placed spore, but JJakji reacts fast enough to gather. Looks like he wants to just take this watchtower. Poor Marine, though.
Ouch. He really wanted to take that watchtower.
Yeah.
Oh!
That Widow Mine is still... That Widow Mine's been there for so long, it just keeps killing things.
We do have an Overseer Morphin in here, so that Widow Mine shouldn't be pesky for long. DRG really
could get away.
That crease, but it could scuttle out of there.
Oh, as soon as those roaches get up on the high ground, those days will be numbered. Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
The
now it's
just gonna give that vision.
Yeah, take it out. They have a lot. I didn't realize they had 90 life.
Yeah.
As much as I use them, I didn't realize.
Pretty awesome. All right, 74 to 59 at Harvester tab. Let's look at what JJakji's up to. He's building a bunch of barracks. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. He has 9 of them. Starport. We got a factory producing those tanks. And he's going mass bio, but DRG going up to 89 harvesters. He's going for roaches, he's going for hydras. I feel like we're going to see vipers a little bit later. Might even see swarm hosts. He has that infestation pit on the way.
That could be for hive, could be for swarm hosts, could be for infestors. He's going to try to put on some pressure, but there's 3 tanks back here. I don't know if this is really going to accomplish much. Yeah, I mean, with the repair in the bunker, the Hellbats in the front there. Good choice of DRG to back up. What he's trying to do is he's trying to scare JJakji. And he's forcing JJakji to not mind. So even though he can't really get in there and kill him, he's still doing damage despite the threat of it. But meanwhile, JJakji trying to counterattack with this drop play.
Yeah, he's going to attack right into his opponent's 4th base, trying to do as much damage as possible. Going to ignite those afterburners and head into the main base. And get a drop there as well, but spore crawlers everywhere here from DRG. The medevac getting very low in health, getting taken out. Only 4 Marines able to get unloaded before that got killed, but the Queen getting taken down.
So. The Roach just ignores him, runs right by. Says, I don't want a piece of those Marines. He's going to clean that up without too much of a problem. And going straight to hive, pathogen glands, infestors.
Still no spire, right?
He has a spire.
Oh, okay.
He actually built it pretty early, but he hasn't used it yet.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier.
JJakji actually getting a 2nd factory, probably to power up more and more tanks. Of course, against Roach Hydra, tanks are very, very good. You really want to up that siege tank out. JJakji's going to play a slow game. Probably just wait to max out against, the Roach Hydra composition. If Terran can max out, they'll be in very good shape.
All right, this game setting up nicely for the later stages here. Of course, JJakji, if you missed it, early on went for those Reapers, and then DRG went for a Roach attack, and it wasn't able to get much done. So these guys are pretty even at this point. Medevac trying to make his way into the natural expansion, but DRG has had experience with the drops, you can tell. Putting spore crawlers at every single base, actually two spine crawlers there at his 4th, but JJakji going to swing around the right-hand side, going to try to do some aggressive towards that, and DRG going the other way. But JJakji spotted this, and he's backing up.
Yeah, there's no depot while JJakji's 3rd. His 3rd is actually pretty open here. I mean, 2
great Widow Mine shot the tank, just now sieging up. DRG thought about going for that orbital command. He probably could have killed it, but it would have been at the cost of pretty much his entire army. So going to back away. JJakji trying to take advantage, swinging around the right-hand side once again, sending all of his tanks down there. And he has quite a sizable Marine Marauder tank force. And DRG, nothing but roaches and hydras. We'll have to see if that's going to be enough here. Oh, he's got infestors.
Oh, what are they? There's so many siege tanks, though. I just don't see this working for DRG. A beautiful fungal growth there. Knocking out a Fortune Army, a big attack over on the top, but the tanks are just decimating the Roach Hydra composition.
Oh, Infestors overextending a little bit. 3 or 4 getting killed right there. The tanks doing so much damage to this Zerg army here from DRG. I think he should eventually hold this off. At the same time, there's a drop in his 3rd base. There's some stuff going on in the base at the bottom right, but DRG able to shove that off. The question is at what cost? 69 Harvesters now in the field. Units, we have 3 Infestors, now 25 Roaches and 6 Hydras. Units lost tab shows JJakji well ahead there by about 3,000, and also setting up that 4th base. So what do you make of the state of the game right now?
I actually think it's pretty darn even. I mean, Vipers are coming out now. I really thought JJakji had that battle, but with the new speed upgrade the Hydras have, they were able to close that distance and get in there and get that flank going, get their spread going, and they were much more effective than they would have been in Wings of Liberty just because of that speed. So this composition is actually a lot stronger than I kind of gave it credit for at first glance.
I want you to watch this medevac, Mr. Nicholas, and we need picture-in-picture, we might go to that, but it might not be necessary, as DRG looking to stay back for now, waiting to get Vipers on the field. Yes, Vipers are in production. Let's see, are they consuming anything? Oh yeah, consuming the Hive. We got Consume on the Hydrogen, trying to get that energy up so they can execute Blinding Cloud, and of course, Abduct, which is one of the more fun spells to watch happen. And there's a scan from JJakji, so he knows exactly what's going on. Needs to add on some Vikings, I feel, to potentially try to snipe those Vipers.
The little quartet of Marauders coming in here trying to knock out this third base here. They're going to get it.
Oh
very weak. Of course, Medevac paying with its life, but a worthy trade. I would say JJakji's very happy trading that single Medevac for the that hatchery there.
Yeah, of course, he weakened it a little bit earlier with that, you know, while that main attack was going on, he had a drop over there doing damage to that hatchery, of course, going in there to finish it off. Very nice move there from JJakji, and DRG's going to have to remake that. Of course, the gases aren't going to be mining. All the drones going to have to long-distance mine. And we'll have to see what JJakji does from here. It looks like he wants to be aggressive towards that fourth once again. At the same time, he's going to be able to deny this hatchery at the middle left, and DRG not even going to be able to cancel that in time. Big engagement happening on the right side of the map. Fungal's going down from DRG, sending the Vipers forwards, laying down the Blinding Cloud, decreasing the range to nothing. And DRG's actually going to come out on top of that battle. Great use of Blinding Cloud.
Those Vipers are so strong, and because of that consumability we saw earlier in the game, you don't really need too many of them because they get their energy back so fast, and of course they can, right when they pop, they can use that ability. He's coming in here trying to maybe take out the fourth base.
He's maxed, man. He's maxed to his opponent's 168. He's got Ultras in this composition, going to leave those Vipers in the front there to, again, lay down the Blinding Cloud.
You can do it on the Planetary, and the Planetary can't shoot. It can only shoot the Ultras, and actually it can't even shoot. It can only sometimes shoot Ultras. That's a really awesome use of Blinding Cloud. Wow,
and DRG just like that, taking down his opponent's fourth base. JJakji is forced to try to defend his third base. DRG continuing to make roaches in that production tab. He's up 181 to 117 in supply, mixing in some infestors as well. And this is a great unit composition from him. JJakji trying to figure out, scratching his head, all right, how do I deal with this? He's making Marauders, he's making tanks, but I'm not sure if that's going to be enough at this point.
I feel like against those Ultras with Blinding Cloud ability, even though, I mean, DRG hasn't upgraded their attack yet, he's just now getting the first one, but even so, their damage is so high, you don't really need that attack. I almost feel you probably need Widow Mines against those guys, or at least something tankier like Hellbats, because the competition he has right now, it's got great DPS, but when the Blinding Cloud hits it, you know, it's trying to scramble to get the damage done, and meanwhile the Ultras can just do so much damage with their claws.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess Banshees would be nice, but again, you have to deal with the Infestors, you have to deal with the Vipers. Oh, one Viper getting caught off guard. They had full energy too. But there's
that was awesome.
The Medevac is trying to get away with the Viper saying, "Nope, you're mine.
Get over here!"
And the Hydra is able to finish up the job there. DRG is still maxed, and I feel like he's going to focus on trying to continually deny this fourth base from mining. JJakji trying to turn that into a planetary fortress, but it looks like DRG going to try to mount an offensive. Has 4 Infestors here, plenty of Ultras, Hydras, Lings, and Roaches. Those Lings are still slow Lings, by the way. You are not being fooled, but DRG doesn't care. He's going for it. Fungal's going down onto the Marauders and the Marines, Roaches as well, and JJakji has no answer to this ridiculous force from Dongraegu. Of course, no Vipers here at this point in time, but I don't even think it matters. DRG up 149 to 96 in that supply, and JJakji scrambling to stay alive, throwing down the GG, and DRG takes game number 2, gonna even up the series 1-1. Very cool play, able to deflect that Reaper aggression early without researching speed. He didn't get speed that entire game, hysterically enough, and then proceeded on.
It finished right at the end.
Oh, did it? Okay, so it was in production. Okay, I was wondering. But yeah, did that roach push, which I think was pretty big as far as getting damage done, scaring his opponent a little bit, and then followed it up with a transition into those speed Hydras. But it was able to deal with that push at his fourth relatively well. Then eventually got those Vipers out, of course, which were instrumental in the fights that followed.
Yeah, I feel the game was really about when DRG just squashed that army at his fourth base. I mean, if I was in JJakji's shoes, I thought it would be doing good with all those siege tanks, but the Hydras just got so much surface areas. They wrapped around the top that there wasn't very much splash damage able to be done to them. And, I mean, as a third player, if you take a fourth base and your opponent's doing 3-base timing, and you just squash that army really hard, you're going to be very far ahead, and DRG knew how to play from ahead, tech into those Vipers, and Blinding Cloud ability is just awesome, man.
It's good. It's pretty good. A Duct is fun as well. Viper's one of the better units in Heart of the Swarm that I think Blizzard introduced. Very fun unit to watch. Of course, we'll have to see if we're going to be able to watch it in action again, as this is a best of 5. These two players are currently tied 1-1, which means we have a Game 3 coming up. Guys, stay tuned. DRG versus JJakji, Game 3 coming up.